Oh, the same thing wrong too. Is that out? Out.
No, it is not.
Well, can I get some?
It's taken all day for it to cool off. It's been off all weekend.
Oh,
So tonight, T's gonna let it run. Turn your mic on.
oh. Well, the ear thing here too. I ain't. I wish for.
It should cool off. It's been cooling. It just ain't cooling. Oh, I feel a little cool in here. Your guess is cool. You cool, right? You hot. There you go. 3, 2, 1.
You got me, T?
Yeah. Does he take
Uh huh. And just when you thought it was safe, it is absolutely, positively not. And thank you so very much for being here again for another edition of the Thaddeus Matthews TV show that we share with folk also on social media. Tonight, I've got a friend of mine in the person of former city council person. I'm sorry, I came here running and Miss David and Louis Keys. Can you see it on TV? Now, as I was saying, former city council person Ed Ford Sr. is in the House. He's a candidate for the seat that he held for 8 years, District 6. And then his son, Edmund Ford Jr., became the councilman from that area. So we're going to talk about some things, including some things that was said about him on the Mike Williams show or the Memphis Police Association show. So we're going to get into all of those things on tonight. Let me, Dale, fix it, Dale. Come fix the Instagram. Dale having her a t-shirt made called Fix It Dale. That's what everybody know her right now is Fix It Dale. I don't know, it's on, wait a minute. So just fix it. Let me tell some of you politicians something. You all on TV, Dale.
God.
Okay. Let me tell some of you politicians something. Many of you that run for office don't know what the hell you doing. Then y'all go and hire folk that don't know what the hell they do. You don't want to spend the money to find people that really know something about this game we call politics. I told a candidate today that sent me a commercial, and I'm gonna run it because I'm in the business of taking your money. But I gave them some advice on it, and I liked the person. Why would you send me a commercial where you ain't saying nothing? That's first. Second of all, why would you send me a commercial where you got a picture of you and a person that's running against you in your commercial. That don't make good sense to me. You advertising for them as well as yourself, especially when they got a T-shirt on that says that they're running for office and they are running against you. So, to that candidate, I talked to them earlier this evening. Come on and pay me and let me fix you or produce you a commercial that is going to say something. When you cut a commercial, at least you should be saying that I'm running for this office and this is what qualifies me, qualifies me. And I also share with this person, the only thing you say is that vote for me on October 3rd. You didn't mention anything about early voting, and that's where the race is going to be won. And I didn't even charge for that little piece of that pie. Look at this so warm. All right. Now, excuse me. On Friday night, Abigail Noel and Miss Deborah Merriam was supposed to be guests on my show. And they never showed. In fact, I called them about 5 minutes after 10. Okay. Absolutely, Wade, you're gone. I called them about 5 minutes after 7, and they told me that, well, Abigail told me I haven't spoken with Mrs. Deborah Marion as of yet. First of all, they called me to be on the show. I didn't call them. They were supposed to be in here Monday, something happened. Friday night, something happened. They said they got pulled over. Well, Abigail has yet to speak to me. So she calls Dale. Now she texts you, right, Dale? Dale ain't got no damn TV show. Okay? So Abigail texts Dale. When they pulled her over speeding down Winchester, Abigail had a warrant. So Abigail got arrested and went to the Germantown jail. So I guess that's a pretty good reason for not being here. I don't know what the warrant was for, but she had a warrant. She got arrested. She went to jail. Apparently, she's out of jail because she texted Dale. She didn't text me. So what I say to Abigail is, don't call me no damn mom. Okay? Miss Deborah Marion, don't call me. Okay? Somebody should have at least had the courtesy to call me and say, Miss Marion, you know this girl done went to jail now. We going on to the house. We ain't far from the house. This white girl on her own. We going on back to the house. Nobody's called me. So, and I do not allow anyone, I don't give a damn who you are or what the circumstance is. I give no one the pleasure of being able to disrespect my show. That's it. If you don't give a damn about me, I damn sure don't give a damn about you. Let the church say amen, 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 amen. And look like, damn, if you a psychic, you should have saw that warrant and should have saw that the police can take your ass to jail, since you can see the damn future You can see what the dead people are doing. Hell, your ass should have saw what the live people were doing. Like your live ass was going to jail. And they don't play at Germantown now. Hell, you can't miss court in Germantown. So they gonna take your ass straight to the, even when you white, you go to jail in Germantown. One other little thing, and then I'm gonna get into my show for tonight. On the first Saturday in this last month, rather, we fed 242 families. We have partnered with the Memphis Food Bank, and it is my goal to feed 500 families per month. Now, we fed 242 on last Saturday. On this Saturday from 12 until 2, and this is the absolute last time that I'm doing the registration. We have 258 slots that are available. If you have already signed up, you do not need to sign up again at all. Your voucher is good for 1 year. 1 year. You can come every first Saturday. That's when we will be dispensing the food out. So this Saturday, from 12 until 2. Don't come by tomorrow. Don't come by Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. You can only come between 12 and 2 on this Saturday. I'm trying to reach the number that I want, and that's 500. We give you more than one little bag of groceries. We took in from the Memphis Food Bank 25,000 pounds of groceries. And a lot of that is gone. Still got a little bit left, and I'm going to acquire some more before the first Saturday. So 258 slots. If you're on the SNAP program, you must bring your SNAP papers, your benefit packages. If you are one of the working poor, then just come, and if you meet the, what is that, the monthly requirement of your income is low, then we will make sure that you have food as well. I'm eliminating anyone in the North Memphis area from saying we ain't got nothing to eat. So come on this Saturday from 12 until 2. All right, we're going to take a commercial break. Then Ed Ford Sr. will be my guest. And ain't no telling what Ed Ford Sr. is going to say. I've known him damn near 40 years, if not 40 years, and he damn sure a fold. We'll be back right after these commercial messages. Oh, I'm burning up. All right, who needs to be blocked?
Scoot over because y'all ain't gonna sit up on
Blazing Cracker gone.
You're gonna have to scoot over. Y'all are two dominant forces. What I'm trying to say, I said it. Sorry?
What?
You gotta scoot over. I said, you gotta scoot over, he said. One little scoot.
Dale Papillon gone. See?
Would you like a water, Mr. Ford? Yes.
Thank you.
Could y'all scoot a little bit more to the left?
Oh, don't knock my tail off for it.
Sorry about that. Hit my knee.
Hit your what?
Knee.
Bumped his knee.
Ooh, Lord.
Hit your knee.
Yeah, them bones, you know how them bones are. Yeah. Them bones.
And Dad, put the mic between them.
I need to do what?
Put the mic in between them.
That air out.
Well,
She ain't fooling me,
she
baby.
said it's gonna cool off. She can feel it cooling off now.
How many more? Okay. Miss Dimples, where you gonna see me in? This the last one? And welcome back to the Thaddeus Matthews Show. And my guest is Edmund Ford Sr. Ed, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Matthew.
Man, after serving 8 years on the council, being gone from the council now for a while, a thriving funeral home. In fact, your business is so well, you're opening up a funeral home in Alabama. Why would you want to come back to the city council?
Well, that is, I've been gone for a while, but just because I've been not sitting on the city council, I have people call me every day. So I
Mhm.
really haven't quit.
Okay,
Within a month's time, I have anywhere from 10, 20 people calling me,
okay,
asking for different help that deals with the city.
okay,
My son was on the city council, but a lot of them say, well, we know your son is that, but we want to talk to senior, because we know senior,
I'm gonna have to
haven't
move
been
this
there.
closer to you.
Okay,
My voice up here better way.
yeah, but people have always said, well.
Is that better?
I wanna make sure I talk to senior, because senior really hadn't left the council, and we know he can still get the things done that we need to do.
Well, Ed, let me say this. That was the guy on the show, Devin Clemens, who said that the Fords have done nothing for District 6. Prior to you, I believe James
James.
was there, and I think John at one time, John was there as city council
Right.
person at one time.
And Joe.
So- And who?
And Joe.
Yeah, Joseph was there too. So this seat has been held by a Ford for a long time. So Clemens says that the Fords have done nothing in District 6. So what do you say to that?
Well, I think you need to go and look at his records,
Okay,
because Fords have done quite a bit. All of us grew up in District 6.
okay,
We grew up on Home Lake Road. So all of us there, going back to my father also.
okay,
So, and we've been there. Years ago, there were two people that everybody kind of depended on. And that was the minister, of the church, and the undertaker.
okay.
We always came to those two for advice, everything else. And we've just been public service
Okay.
people all our life.
So-
And, we just love the community, not only District 6, the whole city of Memphis.
So what has the Fords done? What has been the accomplishments of the Fords in that particular, district?
Well, quite a few things, especially when it comes down to, we got a lot of blacks still in the neighborhood. And we wanna make sure like community centers, things like that, just talking, Walmart, you got Soulsville is back,
Mhm.
and all. I was part of Soulsville. A lot of the, public housing, if you look around now, you see what public housing look like. Don't
Mhm.
look like public housing.
Mhm.
It's a mixture of
Mhm.
everything. Those are the different things, like university place.
Mhm.
All those places, you go out like, Horn Lake Road, you got all the different public housing look like homes. You
Mhm.
want people to feel like they're at home.
Okay,
And if they can feel like they're at home, they feel better.
okay. So when we look at not just the downtown developments,
Oh, no.
but when we look at, would Lamar Terrace, was that in your,
At one time, yeah.
okay,
Lamar Terrace, the district kind of changed and everything. A lot
Okay.
of different things like the Walmart, you got, the Links, you got, Goodwill Homes. Just talk about Goodwill Homes. A lot of people there doing my tenure there. They called me and asked me that, hey, we need to kind of a roof go on our building.
Mhm.
And during that time, we had Robert Lifton.
Okay.
Robert Lifton kind of worked with the city, plus he worked with federal government
Mhm.
and things like that. We all went out there and looked at the place, and he told me, he said, look, he said, you need more than a roof. You
Okay.
need a building.
Okay,
If you go out there, Goodwill Home, they got a brand new building.
okay,
Things like that. You want to make sure that your, senior citizen places, anything that they want. And that's what I'm still working on, all the senior citizen. We even had different CDCs that, during my tenure, that we brought into.
so Ed, what would you do differently with all of the needs that we have in the city as of now? what is it that Ed Ford Senior hopes to accomplish this time around?
Well, first thing that I'd like to do, I like to see our co-ed units come back, police
Oh,
department. That
okay.
was one thing that, Godwin, when he came in, he had to request. The
Okay.
request was kind of favored with black folks,
Okay,
okay?
okay,
And we took all of the co-ed units out. Co-ed units were there in the community centers, and they were right in all the community, and then they'd be police friendly to
okay.
all of the people. That makes a difference, you know, when you see all the police. I mean, that's one thing, that's my main thing, first thing to bring back.
There's a lot of crime in District City. In fact, there's crime all over the city. But in District Six, and I hear you talking about bringing back the COAC unit. What other measures do you see that you as a council person can do to help with the reduction? You can't do the elimination, but the reduction of crime. What can you as a city council person do in the reduction of the crime in that community?
Well, first of all, the crime maybe would be reduced if we can get this under the black.
Okay,
You know, black kind of brings in a lot of different crimes, so people hang out, different homes, things like that. Problem that you have there, you know, a lot of the home people died, their loved ones and moved out of town, and really don't care.
Mhm.
So I mean, you bring in a lot of the different blacks, so that's where they figure they can come to.
Mhm.
If we can clean all of that up, you know, and put homes there,
Mhm.
put people there and put them back on the tax roll, 'cause that's the most important part of the city. You
Okay,
know, put
okay,
people on that
okay,
tax roll,
okay.
you know, and all. And then you bring home building people in, you bring, you know, public partnerships in.
Mhm.
That will bring all this black, we can get rid of some of it. And that's what I want to try to do again.
So what about economic empowerment? What about bringing what about bringing jobs into the district?
You know, jobs, if you can bring some in, you really gotta look at it, that's where a lot of pilots come in, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've had a lot during my tenure and all, and one thing while I was on the council, I put stipulations in there for anybody that wanted to, get a pilot. You
Mhm.
know, that had, because you got a lot of them that will come in, stay 1 year, 2 years, get the money that we have, then they'll leave.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we really don't want that, you know, because they come in and then they don't bring the jobs. You know, you had Pinnacle that came in, promised 3,000 jobs, they only brought 850, but they brought their people here on a
Okay.
stated period of
Okay.
time.
Okay.
This is the things that we cannot do.
Okay.
Because, you know, they come in, promise this and all, and then do just opposite, and then they leave.
David Clemens, who seems to be the only person actively campaigning in the district, has a lot of rhetoric that he wants to say about you. He seems to be angry at you. He thinks that it's time for the elimination of Fords. He's even said he would debate you. What do you say to Devin Clemens when he says that he is a better candidate than you?
Well,
Be a
Only-
fool. Don't be yourself.
only
Ed.
thing that I can say about him, you know, there's 6 people in the race,
Okay.
okay? And I like all of them. I don't know too much about Devin King, you know, I know a little bit more about the others that's in the race
Mhm.
than him.
Mhm.
You know, I don't know what he has done publicly in the city, other than being a policeman.
Okay.
You know, other than that, and the way I feel, we don't talk about the other candidate.
Okay.
And that's something that I've never done. When I ran before, I never talked about the other candidate.
So just let him talk.
Let him talk.
So you see no sense in even debating him?
No, no. You know, we were at a meeting, at New Salem this past Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
This conversation was about me. I did not enlighten it, don't want to enlighten it, you know, run your own campaign. And like I'm gonna run my own campaign, and I do not believe in talking about the other. You know, a lot of times that's your own defeat.
That's the only
Talking about
publicity
the
he
other.
can get.
Yeah, and I've had a few people today say he got some flyers out about me, you know, about my indictment, things like that. You know, but that's okay.
Well, when we go back to your indictment, and
Mhm.
that's an interesting thing. That indictment that came forth, and you went to trial, and you were found not guilty,
Right.
okay?
Mhm.
Do you want to speak on that?
Well, you know, God-fearing person,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I knew I hadn't done anything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You
And it was
know,
over
during
Memphis
that
like as a
time,
water.
What was that, what they called it, the young lady came and she said, I can't remember what the name of it, but she called because she was trying to indict a lot of different people.
Okay.
You know, especially the blacks.
Okay,
And really, I was one that was doing some things, and I had a few people that were against me.
okay,
You know, it's just like the light, gas, and water. I had problems with light, gas, and water.
okay,
You know, and I told President of Light, Gas, and Water on the board that he should resign. And the next day, I got indicted with light, gas, and water.
okay, okay,
Because, you know, they were doing things, and especially in the black community. You know, there was not only that, kind of got to me one time with light, gas, and water. There were people that were getting their lights cut off.
mm-hmm,
There was emails sent out, okay?
mm-hmm,
And that's why I tell people you got to be careful who you send an email to.
Okay.
The email came directly to me.
okay, okay,
And in that email, it said, if you get your lights cut off, do not go back and turn them on till 2 to 3 days later. Teach them a lesson.
wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute,
That's that. Teach them a
wait a minute,
lesson.
Ed. It came from Memphis like gas and
Light,
water?
gas, and water. Yes, it did. Mhm.
And it said what?
If you get your lights cut off, leave the, make sure you don't go back and turn them on till 2 to 3 days later. Teach them a lesson. And
So,
the email came to me. And when it came to me, I approached them.
okay,
And they said, oh, we didn't send that email out. I said, oh, yes, you did. I said, I have it right here. And I passed it out to the media, and everybody else said, read it.
okay,
This is what you
okay.
said. But it was in the black community.
But you've been known as a fighter.
Yeah.
In fact, all of your brothers have been known as fighters.
Yes.
And not ones that allow whites to control you. And I tell the story often about you receiving a Ku Klux Klan robe. And the only reason that you didn't wear it to the meeting is because your wife said, don't.
She started crying, called her mother and everything. Yeah, she said, I know my husband, he would wear it. Because I
Okay.
knew who sent it to me.
Okay, okay,
And it was sent down to the council.
okay,
But one good thing about it, they just didn't send me a Klan outfit. They sent me a Grand Wizard, so I had high rank. You know, but those were things that they tried to do to threaten me
Okay.
because, hey, I, made sure that they didn't control what was really going on in the welfare projects that they had,
Mhm.
things that they just wanted to do.
Mhm.
And the way I felt, you need to do things for us, because when you go east, they have everything.
okay,
When you come south, you don't.
okay,
And we had quite a few of them that was on the council. Hey, as long as they were taken care of, they didn't care about us. We got some now that's on the council, feel the
Okay.
same way.
okay,
You know, you had quite a few during my time there. They actually were more lobbyists that were put on the council.
okay,
And then as long as their items were taken care of, didn't matter about anybody else. That's why you had a few that didn't stay until they got certain things done, and they
Okay.
left.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
they resigned
Okay.
and left the council,
Okay.
and somebody else was put there.
When the seat became vacant by your son, who was turned out, do you think that that was a move by certain white council persons
Oh, yes.
to make sure that you were not appointed to the seat? And why do you think that they did not want you appointed to the seat?
Oh, yeah. It was that way because they had some items that they wanted to bring, and they knew I would not be for it. So they did not need me on the council during that time. And then afterwards, they came to me and said, you know you're gonna win the election. So, but I told them, I said, well, what happened now?
Uh-huh,
If you
uh-huh.
think I'm gonna win the election, why didn't you place me in this seat right now? But they had an agenda. then I wasn't gonna be for that particular agenda, and some of the things came up, and they found out it didn't work either.
Okay.
There or not there, it
Okay.
did not
Okay.
work.
So-
You know, and all.
How do you feel when they start talking about developing the riverfront? What's your feeling on spending taxpayer dollars now to go back to Tom Lee Park and that riverfront and talk about doing further redevelopment?
You know, I don't have anything against the riverfront, you know, we have the most beautiful riverfront,
Mm-hmm.
you know, in downtown area, I mean, we're gonna keep that built up. But you got homes, you got French Fort area,
Mm-hmm.
gotta look out for that.
Mhm.
Very nice homes.
Mhm.
People that live over there, you're looking at professors, doctors, you know,
Mhm.
teachers and all, very, very fine. I want you to think about them as you're doing riverfront development.
Okay.
You know, I want you to think about District Six. Now, not only that, you've got them now, which is District Six, they've come over Cross Crump,
Okay.
you know.
Uh-huh.
They would come in and say, oh, your property's not worth anything, and come in with limited domain, clear it out, but hey, once this cleared out, they wanna put all this other development. You wanna be neighborhood friendly,
Okay.
you know, and all, and that's what they're not doing. That's the problem I have with it.
So will you fight for the citizens of District Six not to be passed over with the finances and the monies that come in? Because many times what happens with the council, especially with the white council members, is that you'll build up all of their projects in their areas, and then I hear black council people say, well, I had to vote with my colleagues.
You know, when it comes down to the council, there are 13 council members. Okay? One time we had 7 black council members.
All right.
7 is the number.
Uh-huh.
Okay? If you can get 7 votes, you could, like I said, take downtown and put it in Whitehaven.
Okay.
But a lot of times you only could get 4 of the black.
Okay.
You know, when I was on the council, you know, and I think that's what, when I was indicted, Thaddeus.
Okay.
Hey, I made a statement one day that I could get 7 votes any time of day.
Okay.
And that's what's caused my problem.
Okay.
Because they figure if you can get 7 votes at any time, something's going on.
Okay.
Okay? But when I got up there and different issues was going on, there were only 4 black that I really depended on.
Okay.
And they said, well, where you gonna get the other 3 from? From
Okay.
the rights or not? But when I finished talking,
Uh-huh.
a lot of them got angry,
Uh-huh.
mad, but I told the truth.
Okay.
And I got 7 black
Okay.
at all times, because I was right. And all I wanted them to do, vote your conscience.
Out of all of the candidates that's running in this race, what makes Ed Ford Sr. the best candidate?
Well, I've been there, I served 8 years, you know, on the council.
Mm-hmm.
I was, chair of the council 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
And serving those 8 years, I was on every committee, you know.
Mhm.
I worked with 8 different budgets.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of number man like my son,
Okay.
you know. One time I had him there all night,
Okay.
you know, until they came up with the right numbers. When they came with the right numbers, I was satisfied,
Okay.
you know, to make sure everybody got a piece of the pie.
Okay.
You can't give everything,
Uh-huh.
you know, but at least you can get some things done. And especially if you don't know what the budget is all about,
Uh-huh.
you got some things that's down the road 5 years from now, this, that, and the other. Why don't you put it over here and let's do some of the things now?
Okay.
That different districts need.
Okay.
Especially my district.
Okay.
You know, you got my district, you got District 7 going up north. You got a few districts or something. One thing that I like too with the county, you know, provide certain amounts of money for each 7 districts. Well, really, about 3 to 4 of the districts.
Mhm.
Because if you're going out to East Memphis, they already have everything. But if we could do money in each of the 4 districts,
Mhm.
that's where, hey, you can go with the CDCs, community, you know, all the community centers. You could do a lot of different things, and then especially with all of your different associations. You know,
Alright.
give money, and that's one thing that I did. When I ran before,
Mm.
a lot of people, you know, they have campaign funds. When I the first time I had a little money left over.
Mhm.
I went to each one of the communities,
Mhm.
and I gave them the money until I ran out. Said, hey, you do something for this part of your community. You do this. I even gave to the COAC members.
Okay,
To
okay.
make sure, hey, I need y'all to do something. Everybody thought I was crazy. Said,
Okay.
hey, that's your campaign. Why would you do that? Man, I had it left over. Why not give it back to the community? You know, and all.
My guess is Ed Ford Senior. Tell you what I'm gonna do. Ed told me he'd give me an hour.
No, I'm gonna give you whatever time you want.
Whatever time I want.
Yeah, 'cause my
I'm
wife
over-
already told me, said, hey,
Who?
when y'all get my wife, she's already said, when y'all get to talking, hey, you be there
Uh,
the whole time, so hey,
all right.
we good to go.
So what we're going to do, I'm going to open up the phone lines. Ed ain't scared to talk to you. So we're going to take a commercial break. Then when we come back, I'm opening up the phone lines. And those of you that live in District 6, if you want to know what your future councilman is going to do or what your concerns are, and you want him to know, you'll be able to make the call. We'll be back after these commercial messages. All right, Mattia, you gone? Tammy Black, you gone? You gone? Look, my finger keeps messing up there.
What's wrong with your finger?
I don't know. I knocked it.
You got it?
Yeah, I think so. How many more? This the last one? This the last one? Okay. And thank you so very much. This time next Monday night, I will not be here live. We'll run a rerun of something. Atlanta, I'll be in your city on next Monday. I'm flying in about 2, 3 o'clock on next week to do a show there with someone that's going to be very controversial. In fact, church folk all over the country are going to be upset about this appearance that will probably break the internet. I will tell you probably closer to the end of the week what show I'm going to be on as the cussing pastor on next Monday night, flying back into the city of Memphis on Tuesday. So, okay, when you bring K. Michelle up on my show, that simply gets you blocked on my show. All right? But I bring candidates on here, those who do business with me. I bring them on so that you have the opportunity to decide. You know, he can't say nothing about David Clemens said, and he don't talk about his candidate, and that's smart. But he's nothing but hot air, a lot of rhetoric. His whole concern is Ed. Damn, why you worried about Ed? Where have you been all of these years? Do the people in District 6 even know you? Ed and his family have buried your dead. Some of y'all didn't even have no money, and he buried your dead, especially when his daddy was alive. He's been there. The Fords have been there for you when we look at Six, I think John was the first,
Was the first.
first John, then James, then Joseph, then you, okay? Then Ed Jr. There is a legacy of service in that community that the Fords have maintained. So we can't let some Johnny come lately that don't know whether he a girl or a boy. I've said I wasn't gonna say it. Well, hell, he said he got a wife. Now he the wife. Yeah, he the wife. He the wife. He the wife. See, now Memphis Fly, y'all finna write something else about me, but I don't care. And the people have the right to know about the lifestyle. If he's bringing up the indictment of Ed, then we need to know it. What's wrong with us knowing he assisted? Don't look at me like that, Dale. Come on now. If you are going to bring up the fact that Ed Ford was indicted, no secret about it. He was. But he was found not guilty of all crimes, have not did a day in jail. So if you're going to stoop that low, then okay, then let the folks stoop to the point that you are assistant. Okay? And ain't nothing wrong with being assistant. If you want to be assistant, you want to be a happy assistant, be a happy assistant. Okay? But for those who may not connect well with sisters and don't want to give a sissy they vote, then they have a right to know. Just like you want to remind folk that Ed was indicted. Yes, he was. And been doing, his funeral home has grown by leaps and bounds. You know, and this is not something that Ed has to do. Okay? This is not something that Ed has to do at all. Not the funeral home. Who gives 3 kids? You gone. Change your name as many times as you want. You're gonna be gone. Okay. This is not something has a thriving. He burying folk. He ain't just got a funeral home. He burying folk. So a fleet of cars around the building, and I remember when they started with no cars.
It's true. Very true.
In fact, I got his very first body.
Very true.
His first funeral was at the old Golden Gate on Breedlove. Yeah, yeah. That was the very first funeral quite a few years ago. So when Devin Clemens, he comes and he's talking a whole lot of smack, but what have you done in the community? Who on Kansas Street knows you? Who on Florida? Who knows you there? Who knows you down in that Riverside area? What have you done? When you started talking about what Ed Ford has not done, what have you done? And Ed told me, what sense does it make to debate with somebody that's a nobody in the district? He wants to debate, and the only reason he wants to debate is because he needs some name recognition. He needs that advertising that he can't pay for. Oh yeah, the police association and some other folk, they giving him some money, and the police association, they're gonna give him some money because he's a policeman, okay? And there may be some people who are angry with Ed for whatever reason. Hell, it's about what he's going to do for the people that live in the district. Put the number up for me, T. Glowing Harmony, you gone. And those of you on social media, once I take you off, you can't come back. And when the show is over, coming back to everybody that I blocked and block you from the entire page, Instagram, so you be aware. All right, 23192 39. Okay, 2319239 is the number. We want you to call. You want to know what's on Ed Ford Sr.'s mind, then now is the time to call. Let me move this right here.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Go ahead, caller. Speak up, brother. Speak up.
I want to talk about the Third Street, problem on Third Street with all the prostitutes and the building in the Walker Home area.
You want to talk about the what?
I want to talk about all the prostitutes on Third Street between Brooks and, Lane.
You want to talk about the All right, wait a minute. You want to talk about the prostitutes on Third Street?
Yeah, I want to know what.
You must. They mustn't give you. They didn't give you no discount.
No, what's that?
They didn't give you no discount.
Come on, man, come on.
Huh?
I'm confused, man.
Okay, wait a minute, brother. You worried about the holes on the stroll. You don't want them to make. You don't want them to make a living.
People can't go in the dollar store and bookstore for people to listen, man.
Wait a minute. Y'all hoes, the third Street hoes catching y'all at the dollar store.
Man, all the hotels and stuff all lined up from like the Brooks to Lane, man.
Okay. So what is it that you want?
What can you do to solve that problem?
Well, every year, all the different motels that you have on Third Street, they have to come back to the city council for approval again. Every year, they have to come back down to the city council for approval. Okay? I'll be glad to look at all of that, and a lot of times, during the time I was on the council before, I did not vote for that, okay? And all. Now, the prostitution, we can try to clean it up, because one thing what we need to do, you got a lot of empty buildings and everything that's on Third Street. That's where you got to try to, get with all the different home builders, and you gotta get with some of these, other builders that can come in and open up different things. Third Street is a very good street, okay? That's one of our highways. It's a very good money maker. It can be like
That's reason-
51 highway.
that's the reason the
you wanna
holes
try to
out there,
bring
'cause
a lot
it's a
of
good
different
money maker.
Things back. A lot of things have closed, and that's one reason why I say, when it comes down to like South Memphis and all like that, East Memphis have everything. What we're gonna have to do as the black people, we're gonna have to, get together and be one. We got to make the difference in all. And a lot of times, we don't come to the plate. When it comes to the white districts, things like that, if there are issues, problems, what they do, they pack down, the city hall out. But when it comes down to the black, when you got concern, you got one or two people.
All right, brother.
Okay, so if we can pack it out, we can make that difference. And then we gotta make sure you got the right people that will bring things in. I'm just looking at 51, not Third. We would have had an Applebee's, we would have had an Old Charlie's, but we had some of them that kind of fought that. I had met with everybody to build that.
Okay.
And then and I have nothing against China Inn, okay? But they fought against me for China Inn, but we had all these other restaurants and everything that was supposed to be coming. Because one thing what I did with Applebee's, I said, y'all slogan is neighborhood bar and grill.
Okay.
And I told them, you're not in my neighborhood.
Okay.
And then you got Whitehaven, we're a very stable area. Third Street used to be the stable area too, because we had a lot of different things going on, and what I had done, I had them, I said, y'all need to go and check us out. They did a study on us. They came back, said, very stable area. you know.
All
And
right.
we are,
All right, brother.
but that makes the difference.
Thank you, brother.
I
And,
got help though, man.
and let them,
You got nothing to vote, man.
Look, I appreciate you.
don't even want the hoes to make a living. Hoes gotta work. All you hoes that wanna bring your tithes and offerings to Naked Truth. Dale, do we take whole money?
Yes, we do.
We take whole money. So if you hoes wanna come to church Sunday morning and give a 10% of whatever percentage you wanna give of your work for the week, come on in. Dale will manage hoes. Oh, the hoe. Hey, wait a minute, now this is serious now.
Okay.
Have the council ever thought about legalizing prostitution?
We never really talked about it when I was on the council. I don't know if they've talked about it now,
Yeah,
you know. You know, that's
Alright.
just like drugs. If you legalize drugs, that means you won't have a drug dealer.
yeah. See,
know,
you legalize,
prostitution, you won't have to have all these others.
Right.
So it's according to what we
and
just
tax,
talked about.
and tax a hoe, okay?
There you go.
Yeah. I need to be able to
That's
count.
why you got
Tax
a
a
lot of
hoe,
cities now do that.
huh?
You know, that's why you got a lot of cities, they always say drugs, because you will get rid of some of the
Yeah.
crime, because if you legalize it, that means, hey, you can do only certain things, so that
Yeah.
stops a lot of it.
Tax a hoe.
To accept, press 1.
You're on the air, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I was calling to find out, how long are we gonna have to deal with this foolishness on Elvis Presley being rebuilt with, at the, intersection of Elvis Presley and Winchester? All the businesses are blocked. You can't make a left turn at the intersection of Winchester and Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley. Yep, you know, my funeral home is there, so you know what it's been doing to me.
Yeah, I noticed you going through it too. I mean,
Right.
everything from there
You
to
know,
Brook
actually, a lot of that and how they got it drawn, which is not, and then we've been on the state because it's it's a lot of accidents, everything else, because the lanes are not, you know, proportioned right, everything else for this construction. The construction should be going on another year, year and a half, maybe 2 years, because it's in 3 different phases. You know, Brooks to Winchester, and then it'll be from, Winchester to Range Road, then Range Road all the way down to Shelby Drive. It'll go that far. The only problem that we have, and the reason why it's gonna be that time, once they finish my side, they gotta go on the other side
Really?
and do that. Right. All of this is really for Elvis Presley Enterprise.
Okay.
And that's why they're redoing everything. They're supposed to put the center medium and everything else in there. And plus it's taking part of my property
Okay.
for parking. But it'll be going on at least about another year and a half, 2 years.
So Ed, when we talk about the Elvis Presley project, it seems that the only thing in Whitehaven that's important is Graceland and Elvis Presley. I know that those of you live in the area, that the homeowners in that area, like your property and stuff, is backed up to that new amphitheater or whatever they're doing,
Well,
and
we
you all
got-
are having
we
a
got an
noise
attorney for
issue.
that.
Huh?
We have an attorney on that.
Okay.
Okay, because of the amphitheater. You know, that was one of the things that they had, the reason
Thank
why
you,
they
Cole.
did not want to put me on. the
Okay,
council.
okay,
That was one of the things that they had in mind. They were trying to pass quite a few different things.
okay,
You know, but what the problem was, in which we sit back a little bit afterwards, because, hey, we kept postponing, because we wanted, because our back doors meet with the amphitheater.
okay,
Actually, if you look at it, really like warehouse.
okay,
Sound, you can hear everything, don't have to go to the show to hear it in our backyard.
okay,
You know,
okay.
that's where we had this problem, a lot of things, but, you know, and then we've been meeting with them to make sure, hey, you gotta have some for the sound in the barriers where it won't, you know, be in the neighborhood. They have not offered the neighborhood a few things.
Okay.
And plus, once they built that, we had a problem with one of the neighbors that's on the corner of Craft and all. his backyard is sinking.
Okay.
We had forcing my son, we had got with them and everything else on that.
Hold on
So
just a minute,
lot of
Carl.
issues that we have with Grayson, not only on District 6 side,
Uh-huh.
there's problem on District 3 side with the hotel.
Okay, okay,
So they're in their backyard.
Okay.
And then they wanna add another 150 rooms and things like that, but you're not being neighbor friendly.
okay.
You know,
Caller,
as long as they get what they want, don't care about the neighborhood.
go ahead, caller. Caller, go ahead.
Hello, actually, Daddy, I want to talk about that, third quick thing, cause I'm from this area too. You know, the South Memphis area,
Okay,
you know, Daddy, I want to talk,
go ahead, baby.
Daddy, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Cut your TV down. Whatever you listening on, cut it all the way down. But I think texting a hoe will work.
Like third,
Huh.
the Bellevue, you know, we got the streetwalker. So not telling it's all,
So what's your question, darling?
I was talking about, what I wanted to talk about was the situation about the third thing and the Bellevue thing. You know, the women's walking the street, that ain't the problem, it's the drugs.
It's the who?
The drugs,
The drug.
yeah.
Okay.
About situation on the guy talking about the women's walking the street on third. They ain't walking the streets on third to make money, they walking the streets on third to buy drugs. They sick.
It's some hoeing going on Third too. Now.
Yeah.
There's some hoeing going
They'll
on.
do all that.
Yeah. You ain't gonna look, baby. You'll never be able to get rid of all the hoes.
That's the problem that we have to fix. We have to figure out, cause I live in South Memphis. Cause I live in South Memphis. So we have to fix the problem with these drugs.
So what do you propose?
Sir,
What do you propose?
he's being an ex-streetwalker.
You are ex.
Trying to,
You wait a minute. You say you are ex streetwalker.
yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes, I am. I'm an ex-drug addict.
Okay.
Yes, I am. So, I walked in front of Ford's funeral home, Florida, Third, all in the club. That's all it is. I can't hear you. I can't hear you on my phone.
I hear you well, baby. You told me you are ex-hoe that used to walk the streets even down by the funeral home.
Yes, all up and down Bellevue, all up and down Malcolm.
Okay. So what you want us to do about the hoes? Everybody concerned about hoes tonight. What you want us?
Ain't nothing we can do about the hoes. Ain't nothing you can do about that. The problem is to help them get some help. Cause it ain't them, it's the drugs.
Well, some of them hoeing to be hoeing now. All of them ain't out there for drugs. But what is it that you propose that you'd like to see happen?
I would love to see this neighborhood cleaned up. I would love to sit on the porch. I would love to get somebody in there.
Get somebody in where, baby?
In that city that's gonna help get this community cleaned up.
Well,
It's sad that you can't even sit on the porch early in the morning, drink a cup of coffee, and don't see 5 or 6 walking up and down the street.
have you offered them some coffee?
Yes, I offer them prayer all the time.
No, they need more than some prayer. Did you offer them some coffee?
I know.
Okay, don't see that. Yeah. Yeah, don't just give a hoe some prayer. Give us some coffee. Fix us some eggs. Yeah, give us some eggs and some biscuits. Feed a hoe. Okay, well, feed it. Well, baby, look, let me share something with you. The city, hush, 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 hush. The city council can't do it. The city council can't do and fix every problem. Some of the issues of solving our problems start with us working in the community. Don't wait for the city council to do it. You got, if you in that area, you got 1 million churches in that community. Go and speak to some of those pastors and say, brother pastor, we need y'all out here on these corners too. We need y'all talking to the holes too. Okay? But when you tell me you sitting on your porch drinking some coffee, when a hoe come by, give her some coffee and have a conversation with her. Tell her I was a hoe, but I hoe no more, and give her some.
Do all that.
Thank you, baby. Here, all right,
So Ricky D. Floyd could tell you my story.
all right, baby, all right. Thank you, baby. Ooh, I can't talk to y'all all night. Ooh.
You know, that is, you mentioned Mississippi and Kerr,
Mississippi and where?
and Kerr.
Okay,
You know, St. Andrew's Church, you know, during on the council, we had Dr. Robinson,
right.
you know. Dr. Robinson stayed down at the council.
Okay.
He did a lot of things for that particular area.
Right.
The apartments and everything else that's
Uh-huh.
over there. You had, what is that, Chachu Kerr, the apartment that used to be?
Right, right.
Over there, but he kind of redeveloped all that different area, and then he built apartments on the other side and everything else. It's a lot of things that he did, you know, even the, what is it, that they have vegetable. You know.
Right, right
You know,
across
that
the
he
street.
did Right across the street.
Well,
But it's
sir,
a lot of
yeah.
things, and if they're having problems, first thing what you need to do is let the police department know. If they don't react, what you do, you call your council person,
Hold a minute, caller.
okay?
Okay.
You call your council person and let us kind of handle, make sure that, hey, all of these things are not going on. That's what you have us for.
Okay.
And if they don't wanna do, I mean, that's when you get on the police department.
Okay,
You know, cause you got a lot of them, they may be just drinking coffee. You know, because when I was on the council, that was one, and then, you know, and I have nothing against you, we have very good police, you have very good everybody, but you have always a bad apple sitting there, okay?
Okay.
Sometimes you have to weed them out. And then when it comes to public safety, you know, every council member have to be on certain boards. I was on the safety board. But you know, once we end up having a meeting, you had police officers had in 1 month time, anywhere from 20 to 30 complaints. These were people that went downtown and filed complaints.
okay,
Okay, so just imagine how many did not file a complaint,
okay,
you know, of abuse and everything else.
okay.
You know, so I mean, but the problem that we had, we didn't have really no authority.
Well,
And then
maybe,
there was civil
maybe,
service
maybe
people.
one of the reasons that the police association has not come out for you and they're supporting Clemens is because you're gonna be tough on police
Yeah,
officers.
well, you know, because like I said, you had good and bad in every category, but I mean, that's what, you know, we ended up, but we had no authority. You know, they would, fire them, but they could come back because civil service put them back on the job.
Right, and which what happened with Clemens.
Yeah.
Clemens he was, chastised by the police department, he was fired by the police department for going behind the little, car wash, sucking on the man's and putting his hand down in the man's pants behind the car wash, that the police department fired him, but civil service gave him his job
The
back.
job back.
Yeah, you can go back, suck somebody else if you want.
Just to give you a story, it was during the winter one time, me and my wife, and it was snow and ice on the ground.
Okay,
That's when we were on Winchester.
okay,
Okay, me and my wife had to go to the funeral home to get some papers and everything, and hey, we had to take our time because it was so bad.
uh-huh,
So when we got to the funeral home, looked at the door, that was a police officer that stopped this man.
okay,
So we said, ooh, Lord, he must have done something mighty bad in the snow and ice.
Okay.
When we stopped him. But what the police officer ended up doing, this was about, 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning.
uh-huh,
And so I told my wife, I said, whatever he did, I'm quite sure he's gonna get him some backup. But what he ended up doing when he went to the car, he dragged the man out the car, the man took his license, he had him, he threw the license back in the car, took him back to his car, and really abused this person.
Okay.
I said, what did he do?
Okay.
We sitting there watching.
Were you on the council then?
I was on the council.
Okay,
I was on the council.
okay.
So we should sit there and watch. So we know he's got some backup coming, because this man in the snow and ice had to rob somewhere or do something. He never did. No other policeman showed up, everything else, really the man did nothing. Okay? So finally, when he got the license, everything else, and he did what he wanted to do, he let the man go. I told my wife, I said, I know exactly what he's getting ready to do. She said, what? I said, he's getting ready to go around there on Brooks. That's when he had the CKs around there on Brooks.
Okay.
I said, he done did what he wanted to do. I said, he had a bad morning. I said, now he's going around there to CKs and eat breakfast. My wife said, I know he's not. I said, let's get in the car. I'm going around there and sick.
Did you
I know.
confront him?
Yes, I did.
And what did he say?
You know, when I got there, and my wife said, he's really at KC,
Uh-huh,
CKs.
uh-huh,
I said, yeah. I said, I'm going in.
uh-huh,
I want to ask him, what did that gentleman do?
uh-huh.
My wife said, the way he treated him, you sure you want to go in
Uh-huh.
and confront him? I said, yes, I am.
Uh-huh.
I said, because I just really want to see.
So what had the man did?
Nothing. He could not. I went in that, hey, he must have ordered his food, because the young lady, hey, brought his food out, he sat down, but I approached him in a certain way.
Okay.
I went up, I said, how are you doing, officer? I said, I'm Councilman Foley.
Okay,
He said, hey, Councilman, how are you? I said, look, you just stopped a man around the corner. I said, you abused that man. I said, and you threw him up against the car and this, that, and the other. I said, you must have had a bad morning.
what did
He
he
said,
say?
I did. I said, but what did he do? He could not explain anything to me what he did. I said, but you just had a bad morning when you got up this morning. And that's what he, but he could not explain. And I told him, I said, look, I got your number, I got everything else. I said, hey, if I ever see you do anything like this again, I said, I'm gonna make sure that you're not on that. But I know how civil service is.
Okay.
You know, but this is abuse, and especially, and he was a black policeman.
Okay.
He wasn't white now.
Okay,
You know, but what he did, and we have a lot of them out there that do the same thing, because they wear that badge.
uh-huh,
I have this power,
uh-huh,
okay? So I can do anything to a person, but an innocent person?
yeah. Caller, I'm sorry, are you still there?
Oh, yeah, I'm still Daddy.
Go ahead.
I was just calling, how you doing, Daddy?
I'm doing well.
I have one question. My question is to the brothers running for council.
Yes, sir.
What would be your main focus once you get voted in, or if you get voted in, this season? What would be your main focus in, far as improving living?
Well, I don't have just one main focus, you know, I'm gonna look at all areas. First, I always look at District 6. You know, a lot of times they bring bad things to District 6 and never tell the people that live in the community and all what's going on. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. When I was on the council before, I made sure if you wanna build something or do something in the community, you must meet with the community first. Let them give your ideas, everything
Mhm,
else.
mhm.
And they know me, when I was on the council before, I put a moratorium on my district.
Okay,
In a moratorium, you can't do nothing until you meet with who?
the people in
The
that area?
people in that particular area.
Okay.
And once you meet with them, then we can decide on what the community wants. You know, and a lot of times they just don't care what the community wants. They want to put anything and everything in a community, especially in a black community. They wouldn't go out east and do it. You know, so hey, and that's what I've always done. They know I will stop anything, you know. And like I said, put moratorium and make sure that the community in the area that they wanna do something in will be part of it.
And one of the things, caller, that people need to understand, the agenda for anybody that's running for office should be made by the people. You know what your needs are in your community. So when a guy comes and says, this is my plan, my plan, my plan, and he has not been in your community, he has not been working with your community, he has not been a part of any of your community meetings, then brother, he just talking out the side of his neck. He has no agenda. The only agenda that any politician should have is the agenda of the people. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, we're gonna take another break, and we'll come back with the next councilman from District 6. Let me tell you something. You are seeing tonight that Ed Ford knows what he's doing. He's the one with the experience. You see that he's a fighter for the people. That's what you need. Not some Johnny come lately tutti frutti. You need somebody that's going to fight for the people. We'll be back after these commercial messages. You seen my brother. Well, I ain't seen that motherfucker in 3 years. So I'm really not concerned. Don't know where I'll be to do see as of yet. Ain't no sound, motherfucker, because I ain't saying nothing. Forecastings by Did you call Walter?
That was, the girl that my grandkids called,
Huh?
I hadn't called yet.
Those what?
That was the girl that my grandkids called,
Oh. Let them out.
letting them call me.
Oh. You're doing well, folks. But when you know it, Delissa. Huh?
I try to do my very best. And, I work hard. I might be a millionaire, a lot of those things. If I wouldn't have done a lot of things, I might be rich. I wouldn't be so poor. But I keep on getting blessed. The Lord keep blessing. Keep on blessing. It sure be hard sometimes.
How many more? That's it. All right. And welcome back to the Thaddeus Matthews Show, where candidate for District 6 Council seat, Ed Ford Sr. is here. What you've heard tonight is the voice of experience. With all of the issues that are going on in this city, we don't need no Johnny-come-latelys who just want a political title. You've heard this man tonight. You've heard him knowledgeable about what's going on in the community, okay? And you've heard a man that's going to fight for the people, not a guy that, what they pay the council?
Oh, as I've heard, I think they cut it, maybe 28,000, I guess.
Yeah. He only, $28,000-$30,000 is not something that he needs. He's an undertaker. Folk dying. He burying folk every week. 20, 30 folk every week. So $28,000 is not something that is excitable for him, because he's got to leave the funeral home now when he becomes elected and work. You got to go to council meetings. So Myrna gonna be running the funeral home.
Yeah.
One of the things that impressed me when Ed left the council and Ed Jr. ran for the seat. Ed Jr. did not run just because his name was Ford. I think it was about 2 years.
3 years.
3 years. 3 years. And Junior was living in Nashville, right?
Nashville is good.
Every council meeting for 3 years, Ed Jr. would drive every other Tuesday, would drive from Nashville and come and sit all day in council meetings to learn the job. Some of these folk running never been to a council meeting, never been to a committee meeting. But Junior had the commitment to come for 3 years at his own expense, drive to Nashville, come to every council meeting. Those of you that live in District 6, that's the dedication you need. You don't need rhetoric. You don't need somebody was talking about, well, we don't need no folk. Hell, look like Ford's done work pretty well in that district. You've gotten things, you've got people that will fight for you. You don't know, y'all don't even know who your council person is now. She don't either. And she knew that she could not defeat a Ford in that area because the Fords are entrenched in the hearts and the minds of the people. She didn't even run for the seat. She running for something else. And she may get beat in that one. So we don't know. All right, put the number back up there if you got something else that you would like to say to Ed Ford Sr. 901-231-9239. Somebody that's not a coward, somebody that ain't scared of them white folk that's on the council. Okay? He's not a Berlin boy at all. I've known him for a number of years. And we fall out from time to time. We fell out. Then we fall back in, you know, because me and him both, we're great cussers.
My wife told me don't cuss tonight.
Your wife told you don't cuss.
Don't cuss tonight.
I thought Murray was gonna come with you to make sure.
She told me when you have your, sign out if they can still hear us, I promised I would not cuss tonight.
That's what you promised.
Yeah, because she said, I know you and Daddy, no telling what night. She said.
If we get together, huh?
She warned me about that one. Yeah. One thing I'd like to say about Thaddeus, you know,
Hold on just a minute, caller.
I want to go back to the police. We have some great police on the force. I don't want anybody to get me wrong. We have very great police on the force. That's one reason why I like to have the COAC units back. Because
Okay.
that's community policing. And, you know, people been calling about drugs, prostitution, all like that. But if you got community policing, that makes a difference also.
Okay,
You
okay,
know, and all.
okay.
That's why we got a lot of them that are very great and love the community.
Okay.
that They drive in.
Okay.
And that puts them out there with the people and everything else. So I just want to make that clear. We have some great ones, but hey, like I said, there's always a bad apple in the bunch.
All right, caller, go ahead.
Yes, sir, Mr. Ford.
Yes, sir.
I was wondering, why did you leave the city council before and then come back?
Well, you know, that's one reason why my son, I was trying to groom him. That's why I had him to come there because like I said, I got my funeral home business and I was trying to get it off and everything else. And that's why I groomed him for 3 years. And hey, he was at every meeting, every Tuesday. You know, I made sure he was there from 8 till 8 until we finished, you know. And that's the reason why I ended up leaving because I put a lot on my wife, everything else. And I wanted to try to ease that burden because on Tuesday, that was council day, and I spent the whole day on Tuesday. That was nothing else for me to do. That's the reason why. That's why I kind of groomed him. And if anybody know my son, he's a number man, and hey, I think he's done a very great job on the city council.
But don't you think you put a lot of your wife in time when you leave again?
Well, no, I got a few other people that's in place, everything else, and while we on the phone, I was gonna tell you, and since you mentioned, you're talking about my wife, on the 16th, that'll be our anniversary, 41 years.
Damn, folks.
I understand all this, sir. I was just,
Yeah.
going when you said you
Well, and there's a lot of things that you know, going back to the council, there's a lot of things that I need to, you know, to try to complete and do in the community and all. A lot of things that has not been done while I was on the council, you know, committee meeting, I mean, everything started at 8 o'clock. You know, they kind of changed things. You had a lot of white ones that changed things.
Mhm.
They did not want you to go to certain meetings.
Okay,
Okay, if you were not on that committee, you could not, you know, really had no vote, didn't need to go to the meeting. That's why you have a lot of council members now, they showed up at 3:30 or 3:45.
okay.
That's why when you go downstairs, and like I said, going to a lot of the different committee meetings, you had a lot of them didn't know what was really going on. You know, that's why you have committee meetings and all.
And
All
sir,
that.
since that period, the funeral home has grown tremendously from the business it was when Ed was on the council before. And his wife, he's got sons, he's got a staff that runs
Yes,
the funeral
right.
home.
Yes, that's that.
What district is this you see?
What district is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you got, west from 51 Highway, all the way down to kind of Holmes Road. They kind of did a little carving and everything to make sure some of the council members were still in that district. I have a little piece that's across 51 Highway, which is you're looking at right from Elvis's home, which is on Timothy, and a few other the homes over there. But you got everything. You got from 61 Highway, you got Cory Lake, Westwood, Indian Hill, Walker Homes, South Memphis going north, and you got a little piece of downtown. That's
Okay.
where my opponent ended up putting that district.
I know I had a long time to talk, but
Mhm.
one thing I noticed about this show, I hear a lot of people talk about Manassas High School. They don't never say that much about Northside. Northside was closed down. I'm never hearing none of the council member bring up Northside.
Ain't, wait a minute. Whoa, sir, no, let me say that. Ain't nothing that a council member can do about Northside, or no school.
I didn't say it. Let me get the few niggas finish talking.
Well, hell, hurry up, you been on the phone.
I'm gonna say my point. I'm gonna be through it. I'm trying to get to my point.
Damn,
I'm trying
take
to
me
reach my
one.
point. You wanna see, I can't never talk. Can't
Hell,
never talk.
you ain't got no show. Get to your damn point so you can go.
I'm just trying to reach my point, and that be.
Damn, say your point so your ass can go.
What I'm saying is, I hear all the schools talk about in the city, but I've never heard anybody say anything about Northside. Even the council member never heard anything about that Northside got closed or nothing, and that's bad.
Wait a minute, brother, hush. Damn it, just hush. What the hell you want the council to do about the school? Damn it, go to the school board. Them the folk that regulate that. Damn.
That's why I call sir to get.
You call it, sir, the school board handles the schools. Nobody else. The city council can't do nothing, brother. And you wasting my damn time. Now get off my damn phone. You wasting my damn time.
But don't get no attitude.
Damn it, I can get whatever I want. This is my show. Learn. Take a civic. Damn it, take your dumb ass to some meetings and learn something your damn self. Okay. Get your ass going with your dumb ass. Go to some meetings. The school board handles the school system. Under state law, city council people cannot get involved in the day-to-day operations of the school system. The only thing when it comes to the education of your children that a council member can do is approve the budget. That's all they can do. You calling here wasting my damn time talking about Northside. Nobody give a damn about no Northside. Manassas High School was the school in North Memphis that had prominence. You had to be a tiger in North Memphis to get anywhere in life. So,
Can I say a few things about Manassas?
what you want to say about Manassas?
A lot of the reason why people talk about Manassas is that you have so many people that have gone to Manassas.
Yes.
And the reasons why. You know, you had South Memphis was a county before all this.
Okay.
Manassas was in the county. You had the city in between there. My father went to Manassas. He had to come from
Wait a
my
minute.
brother.
NJ went to Manassas.
Yes, and the reasons why. You had the county all the way back. You know, the owners, you had, Booker T. Washington was in the city. No county person could go to a city school. So that means he had to cross South Memphis, go through the city, come out where Manassas was, which was in the county.
Okay.
They hadn't annexed anything. So that's why you had to go that far. That's why so many people that's old and everything, I went to Manassas. Right, because you lived in the county. You could not go to a city school. So hey,
And
Manassas
you know,
was the
and
only
it
school to
hasn't,
go to.
it hasn't been too many years since the fact, before the consolidation of the schools, that if you lived in the county, you could not go to city school.
That's
Myrna
right.
sent a message that 2 of your sons have also graduated from mortuary school.
Yes, and she's taking one more class and she'll be graduating from this mortuary.
So,
Only thing that's
the
gonna take
funeral
test.
home is well operated.
Oh, yeah.
And,
And I have other
Yeah.
license.
but you do
Yeah.
all your embalming.
Oh, I love to do my own embalming.
He
They
do
gotta
his
pass
own
through me.
embalming.
Yeah, I have a young lady that's been with me for a while. You know, she thinks she's good as me, but she still got a little ways to go. You know, and all, but they have to pass through me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Master embalmer.
You know, I've embalmed about 40,000 people during my time.
Really?
Yeah, because you know, I embalmed every funeral home in town.
40,000?
40,000 people.
Including your mama,
Yeah.
including your daddy,
Yeah.
James, Emmett,
Emmett, Earlene,
Earlene.
and I did two of my children, my babies. I lost two babies.
Okay. So,
And I just did my nephew. We just had his service.
and my mama.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Dale's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, there's an institution of service from 219 Jubilee
Mhm.
to Florida and Parkway to where you are now. Humble means. And I told the story one night, Ed. I remember when to take care of your family. You ain't always been to where you are now.
No.
You know, NJ and them did what they do, they took care of you. And there was a little squabble in the family. And I remember, man, in that old, what kind of limousine was that?
Oh, Lord.
Was that a Mercedes?
No, it was a Cressida, it was a Toyota.
It was a Toyota limousine, okay.
Mhm.
That to feed your family, man, you were the pizza delivery man.
Well, not pizza.
What was it?
I delivered, Ola Meals, I delivered the card when person purchased, for taking pictures.
I thought
That's
you
what I
did,
did.
I thought you did was pizza.
No, but I worked for Church's Chicken, you know, not only that, the Olin Mills, I worked with them, then I sold.
Now, you know they used to
and
say
plus
that-
I sold fire extinguishers.
Plus, now, you know they used to say they put embalming fluid in that chicken.
No, that's, forgive me, but you know, when you go to churches, they have the best chicken, but you must get it when it's coming out the grease. Do not get none that's been sitting under the light, okay? Because it's the batter that they have. Yeah, that's why it's fluffy. A lot of people, and plus they cut the chicken in 8 parts instead of 9. You know, chicken has 9 pieces, kind of back. So they cut it in 8 pieces. That's why I tell anybody, if you like the breast, order a wing, because you're gonna get the breast piece on the wing, which is the biggest piece of the chicken.
Well, damn. You
But
gave
that's
us
the
an
chicken.
education
But
on
now if you
chicken.
want a breast,
Uh-huh.
you order a breast, oh, you're gonna get the back and just a little piece of the breast. Yeah, that's the parts of the chicken.
Damn, fool.
Yeah, that's the difference. It's 8 pieces compared to 9. Yeah.
So as we're winding down, how many minutes I got left? 10. Ed, take about 3 or 4 minutes, look into that camera, and tell the citizens of District 6 why you're the better candidate. And yeah, Ms. Lucille, I saw Ms. Lucille went to North. Let me ask you this: Beale Street. Beale Street. We know that Beale Street, and I think this was going on when you was on the council before. The Beale Street Development Corporation has never received its just desert, its money
Yes.
from the city of Memphis. How do you feel about folk having to pay to go on Beale Street?
I don't. They should not to go on Beale Street. You got a lot of different places that you can go in. And what I think what they're trying to do, put that charge, try to eliminate some of maybe the crime that's so-called down there. Put that, so you have certain ones coming on Beale Street. But I don't think that's a good thing. You know, not charging for somebody to come on the public street,
On the public street.
on the public street.
There's another thing that's going on downtown. How is it that certain businesses can charge you to park on city streets? I go to Rendezvous a lot,
Mhm.
okay? There's several hotels downtown that where the public meters are normally for parking.
Mhm.
You got to pay $10 valet fee to park there.
Yeah.
How did that come into place?
Well, the people that own a lot of these places,
Uh-huh.
it's all about them. Any kind of revenue that they can bring in, they will. You know, and we're talking about downtown, but just imagine Grayson. In order for you to go into Grayson, the hotel park, you got to pay to park.
Okay.
And I don't believe in, hey, I'm going to a hotel, and if I just come in, and especially if they have all of these different activities going on,
Uh-huh.
why charge people in order to park? They pay for,
But this is downtown, when we talk about the valet parking, did the council have to approve for those businesses to be able to say,
yep, and you have all the parking lots that the council end up approving.
the council approved it?
Yeah.
For them to
On
be
a lot of
able
them.
to take, my car is already parked on the meter. But after a certain time, if I wanna park there on a city street, I gotta pay $10 where I would put $1 in the meter.
A lot of it, and that's some of the things that I want to stop,
Okay.
you know.
So did those businesses have to go before the council?
A lot of them do, yeah.
I would think you could just put no cones out there
No,
and say,
They have to, they would have to.
all right, Ed, talk to the camera and tell the folk in about 3 minutes why you the best candidate and why you want people to vote for you in District 6.
I'm Ed Ford Senior. I've served on the council once before, from 2000 to 2007. During my time, I've been on every committee. I've also did 8 different budgets. I've done quite a few things in the neighborhood, everything. And what I want to do, I want to return there where I can finish the job that I started during my tenure. My son was there, term limits, things like that. He had to leave, he's over on the county side. You know, I think on the county side and the city side, us working together, we can get a lot of things done in the city of Memphis. You know, we outnumber everyone, we're the majority, but we have been deprived of a lot of things going on, not only in my district, but in all of the black districts, from North Memphis to South Memphis. I want to be able to make the difference. I think I can. If anybody go and pull my records, they would see what I did during my tenure there, for 8 years. I want to come back and spend some more time to make sure that I can do a lot of the different things that I did during that time. Development, things like that. I think we're at a standstill right now. And I think if we can bring a lot of new people in, coming in, developers and things like that, we can bring things to our neighborhood, and that's what I'm all about. And I would love for you all to vote for me. You kind of know what I can do. I'm not an unknown.
Mhm.
I think I'm kind of well known,
Mhm.
and I ask for that support, and I thank you all very much. And Thaddeus, I want to thank you for coming on your show, and we didn't have to talk ugly. You know, thank you
I
for
was
that.
hoping you
Yeah.
talked a little ugly.
Well, you know, that's
Yeah.
not me. My wife promised me not to do that. And, like I said, I have 6 people in the race. It's 6 of us that's in the race, and I think I'm best qualified, and I ask for that support from everyone in District 6.
We got no more commercials I need to play? All right. My guest tonight, and I'll come back and wind it up, but my guest tonight has been Ed Ford Sr., the next city council person for District 6. Don't fall for the hype. Don't fall for the rhetoric. Vote for experience. Vote for a man who's been there. I think that you've impressed a lot of people, and this interview went a whole lot differently than I thought it would. I thought me and you clowned a little bit, but you have impressed tonight a lot of people. You've gotten a lot of support and votes tonight from people because you've shown them that you are informed, that you've been there, that you know the district, you know the issues and the problems of the people in that area. The Ford family has had a long history of service in the district. The funeral homes have been there, whether it was N.J. Ford or whether it's E.H. Ford, whether it's Joe Ford's funeral home. Joe's funeral home in the district? Okay.
No.
Huh?
No.
He's not in the district.
He's not in the
Okay. But the Fords have had a long history of service. Say what you want to say about John and whatever issues, but John was the most notable politician on the Hill when he was senator. Whites couldn't do nothing in this city. Nowhere. The governor could not do anything in this city unless they went through John Ford. So what I'm telling you is, this Johnny come later,
I
huh?
want to say one thing. That's
What?
what I can before you talk.
Do what?
I'd like to say one more thing.
What's that?
What I'd like for people to know, this is an election year. You're gonna have a lot of new people that will be serving on the council.
Uh-huh.
I would like for everybody to know one thing. You will have one district council member, but you will have 3 super district council members.
Right.
So you will be represented by 4 different council members.
Mhm.
In whatever district you are
Mhm.
in. I want you to make sure, as you cast your votes, and who you decide to vote for, make sure you're gonna be voting for the one which will carry you at least 4 votes to get things done in your area.
Okay,
Because if you have 4 votes, you only need 3.
okay,
That's why I said, when I was on the council before, I could usually kind of count 4. So you need 4 that you know that's gonna be able to do the business for you. And you'll be able to get those other 3 that will carry you very far. Because all you need is 7 votes.
all right. My guest has been Ed Ford Sr. We'll be back after these commercial messages, and I'll wrap it up. All right, Ed. Thank you, my friend.
Yeah. So we didn't have to do no
Huh?
business. We didn't do no business.
It'll be a little bit more fun, but
Uh-huh.
you impressed a lot of folks because you gave them knowledge.
And one thing, I didn't want to talk about him, he's doing enough of his own damage, you know. don't
Okay.
talk About the rest.
Okay.
That's why I say he has that flyer out saying this thing really about my indictment.
You got a flyer?
Yeah, I had someone call me, pass around a flyer about my indictment and all this, and that, you know, so like, you know, and to me, that helps me more than hurt me.
It does.
You know, because you don't talk about the other person, because, hey, talk about yourself, and you don't wanna talk about that. You know, I don't think so.
All right, well, let me close it down. You get up.
I can go?
Yeah, you go.
Oh, you get rid of me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Merle probably gonna cook something.
Then you went and got something, so I said, you Mark, you can come back.
I'll be back in the morning.
Come and see me.
Okay.
Good, appreciate your stay.
Thank you, man.
All right,
All right.
thank you, sir, always. And Miss Dale,
Yes, sir.
you know, I love you.
I love you too.
What you eat lip gloss?
Wasabi and soy sauce.
You know, I saw that advertised. You know, I saw that advertised. One said, hey, I only want one. One. That's, let me see.
That's a couch can.
Can't take that. Y'all have a blessed evening.
All right, I'll be back in the morning.
Okay. Yeah, and, you have to visit church too.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Since she said she worked real hard.
I do.
What's up, man? How you doing? Taking care of yourself?
I'll see y'all in the
Daddy, they are.
I didn't know, you didn't count me in, I guess I didn't have a thing
She
in my ear.
did, she did.
I'm sorry. Here I am.
You got 1 minute.
I got 1 minute. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
here I come.
Somebody wanted to know, how long does it take to embalm 40,000 bodies? Ed has been, in the funeral business all of his life. His father, the late N.J. Ford, was a master embalmer. And if you want your dead folk to look just like they sleeping, y'all need to call Ed. Let me say this in closing. Devin Clemens is humming himself. He's passing out flyers talking about Ed Ford's indictment. Hell, he was indicted, found not guilty in federal court. So hell, you can, in Shelby County, anybody can be indicted. You can ask me, I've been indicted twice and ain't been to jail. So it happens. Devin Clemens, we know that you're not prepared for this job because your sole concentration is on Ed Ford. Nobody else but Ed Ford, because you know he's the man that's gonna kick that ass. All right, I gotta go. These lawyers in here, they ready to do what they do. Thanks, Ed, for being here on the show. And until tomorrow night, top of the evening to you.
What's up, man?
What's up?
So he, so what he running for?
City Council District 6.
Was it the same district as, what's the one that, what is his son? What district did his son have?
His son was there. You know, his son got turned out.
Yeah, I'm just saying, what district did he have?
6.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It's been a forward there. Hell.
Since this was created, huh?
Yeah, I just, I ran into him the other day.
Who, Junior?
Yeah. You talking about,
See, he's on the commission now.
is he?
Yeah, he's the county commissioner now.
Okay. Who was the other one, man, that turned out too?
On the council,
Yeah.
Janice Fullove had to go.
No, the other Ford.
He was on the commission, Justin.
Justin.
Justin was turned out.
Yeah,
So when he turned out, Ed Junior ran for the seat
right.
and won.
Yeah, Justin worked for the mayor now, right?
Just ain't working for nobody.
No, yeah,